I'm doing a little recap video for last year. I was supposed to do this a lot earlier. I decided not to because I had no motivation. But before that, before we get into the video, I got two announcements. One is a cry for help, one's an actual announcement. This will be my first video on the hub because my whole philosophy is if you got time to beat your meat, you got time to be productive. If you got time to beat your meat, you got time to watch my videos. So I'm going to start posting on the hub. I need a platform to myself. It's going to be the hub. I already made my decision very, very clear on that. Secondly, I have been playing Apex Legends ranked for about 5 hours today. I need a teammate. I need a teammate. I'm playing for my friend. We're doing good. We're doing great. But every time we get a random teammate, it's a Down syndrome retard. The fucking brother hands the controller to a Down syndrome kid. They're horrible. They die instantly. I need a teammate. Yeah. I hope that reaches anyone that wants to play. I pray to God that reaches anyone. But those are announcements. So check me on the hub, I guess. And yeah, be my Apex teammate and don't be a Down syndrome. Don't be a kid. Yeah, I mean, fuck it. You can be Down syndrome. Just be good at the game. Have common sense. You know, don't be a retard. Anyway, pay-per-view of the year. I got about 12 awards here. 12 winners. If you do end up winning this, you're already rich. I'm not gonna give you shit unless you message me on Cash App you $5. That's it. I'm poor. You're well set. Better off than me. Pay-per-view of the year. Obviously, it's UFC 300. What else can he do? The only thing is probably like 308, Ilya Taporia, Max Holloway, or like 299, which is Sean O'Malley versus Cheeto Vera. Horrible main event, but great card, so it's just not close. It's UFC 300. If we're doing a pay-per-view of the year, it's always going to be the 200s, the 300s, whatever. You just had so many legendary moments, and you kind of had to be autistic not to pick this. It's pretty obvious. It's a pretty obvious answer. Also, the reason I'm orange is because I'm using a different lighting for this video because I don't have a ring light. I don't have actual good lighting, so I gotta do this. Fight Night of the Year. This is pure biasness. Joaquin Buckley versus Colby Covington. It was either this or it was Jan versus Figueiredo. I chose this because I like Joaquin Buckley, and there were some good highlights, some good knockouts from good fan favorites, and I just like Joaquin Buckley. That's it. It was good. It was a really good card. Honestly, some of the fight nights were horrible to watch. They caused Lucas Tracy to retire. They caused so many people to retire. It's fucking trash. It's horrible. But, yeah, Joaquin Buckley versus Colby Covington, UFC Tampa. Recency bias? Yes, 100%. 1,000%. It's MMA. Recency bias? Yes. But I don't really care. It's Joaquin Buckley. My guy. My hoodlum. You know what I'm trying to say. Colby Covington. Oh, by the way, I called this one completely perfect. It's the only reason it's here because I called this main event perfect. And some guy was like, went on a whole like tantrum, a whole paragraph saying, no disrespect. He said no disrespect like 5 times. He was like, it's just my opinion. Oh, free money on Colby Covington. Joaquin Buckley's trash. I taught you wrong. Okay. I made you see the truth. I made you see the vision. I taught you. You're my son. I sunned you. But anyway. Yeah, recency bias, 100%. Fight of the year. It's not Gaethje. It's not Gaethje versus Max Holloway. That fight was trash. Or it wasn't trash. If you like good striking, that's a good fight. But it was Max Holloway beating him up for 4 rounds and then knocking him out. And then people said, oh, it's fight of the year. It's not. It wasn't close. It wasn't close. It wasn't, oh, they're going all out. BMF. They're going crazy, swinging on each other. It was Max Holloway beating him up. This fight, it had grappling. It had great transitions. It had people gassed. It had retards. Literally, look at Orably. It had the inbred getting beat up. It was like, it had the striking, the blood, the two people who really wanted to win. It had everything. Watch this fight if you haven't seen it. I think it was on 308, which was the Ilya Taporia card. So this just adds to it, in all honesty. Yeah, it was an amazing fight. Fight of the year, very clearly. You could say Esteban, Rivovic, all that shit, versus Zell Huber. Nah. It wasn't as good as this. The first 2 rounds were just kind of like point striking. They went crazy sometimes, but it was point striking. Until the last round, they just went crazy for a win. This was the real fight. This was action-packed all throughout. And I was on the toilet watching this. I was taking a shit. My asshole was getting stretched watching this. Great fight. Everything about this fight was great. Very clearly fight of the year, unless you're biased or unless you just have more, I don't know. Yeah, unless you're just biased, which I am, but still. Submission of the year. Another one that there's some pretty good contenders. My main one would have been Paddy Pimblett versus Bobby Green. Just the transitions were great. Everything about that was great. I'm pretty sure he got an armbar and then transitioned into a triangle and put him out cold. But I went with this. I like this one. And I'm a like D1 Islam Makhachev hater. Actually no, I'm a D1 Dagestani hater. Islam Makhachev, he doesn't count. He's autistic, he doesn't count. This was great. The ankle pick was great. Everybody was rooting for Poirier, but the ankle pick was great in the 5th round. He had staph infection. Also, it's not really just about the submission. It's about what stage you did it on. This was a great stage. He had staph in it. He had every way to lose this fight. He won the fight. I'm happy he did. I hate inbreds. I hate Dagestanis. I think they're all retards. And I think, honestly, if Khabib didn't make the legacy for them, they wouldn't have a lot of shit. Dead ass honest. Even though they are good fighters, right? And I'm just biased and maybe racist a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, I'm just biased. But Makhachev, submission of the year, ankle pick into a Darce choke. Very, very good. His signature move, now at least. It's great. It was great. It was just the stage it was on. Everything about it. Over Bobby Green. Honestly, the Bobby Green versus Paddy Pimblett one, it was better. It was a better submission. But it didn't have that thing to it. It didn't have, oh, it was a main event title fight, 5th round. It didn't have the fight before that really sets it up. And to me, like I said, it just, context matters. Context matters a lot. Knockout of the year. While the fight is not as good as people said it was, the knockout really is. Holloway just knocks him out. 1 second left. Gaethje's already beat up. Gaethje's already destroyed for 4 rounds, which, in my opinion, makes the knockout a little less impressive. But it's like I said, context matters. Context matters. The scenario matters. UFC 300, BMF belt. He was winning the whole fight. He didn't have to throw down. He decides, I'm going to throw down. And he knocks him out when people said he couldn't, including me. He knocks him out. Moving up. It was a great knockout, man. It was a really good knockout. And honestly, there weren't any really insane knockouts other than this one to give it to. So, yeah. Yeah, honestly, there wasn't much insane knockouts. Most improved fighter. Joaquin Buckley. Pure biasness. But I'm pretty sure he had 4 fights that he won. He won 4 fights last year. Ruziboev inbred. Luque, who folded. Colby Covington, who's kind of washed. And I said he was washed, but that one motherfucker was like, on everything, Colby's not washed. I'm like, dude, bro, you just got to hop up people's dicks sometimes, you know? You got to look at it from an unbiased standpoint. Colby was washed. It was an easy pick. You got to hop off dick. You just got to hop off dick. You just got to stop riding sometimes, you know? You got to stop riding. And that's it. That's the main lesson. But yeah, Buckley, ignore the last 30 seconds of me rambling. He's the most improved fighter. Ruziboev, Luque, Themba Gorimbo. Nah, not Themba Gorimbo. Ruziboev, Luque, Colby. He went from basically being unranked to being top 5. Top 10, because I think Colby was like 6 or 8. Basically top 5. And now we're talking about him versus Usman. This is a guy who like 2 years ago was on a losing streak. He was getting knocked out. People were like, what's his future in the UFC? Now he's about to fight Usman. Now he's about to fight Ian Gary. He's on these huge top 5 matchups. And he deserves it. You know, he looks great. He looks better every single performance. Knocking people out. New Mansa. It's just new Mansa. Best UFC newcomer. Not a comp. Carlos Prates. He has the knockouts. He's very similar to Joaquin Buckley, where while he hasn't been in the UFC so long, he's made the same impact. He's made the huge same jump. I'm pretty sure he was offered a title fight. I think, yeah, he was literally offered a title fight against Bilal. Or against Shavkat when Bilal stepped out. He's hood. He's from the hood. He's got aura. He smokes cigarettes. He drinks. This is the people's champion. Not my people. My people don't do that. We're very, very responsible people. Very responsible race. Superior, some would say. Not me. I don't say superior, but some would say superior. He just has aura. He has aura. He has great knockouts. He's already top 10. He was basically offered a title shot immediately. Granted, context matters. It was on short notice. Someone pulled out. Bilal Muhammad pulled out, but I mean, bro, even even at that, we still talked about, oh well, just do Prades versus JDM for a title shot. He knocked down Neil Magny, destroyed my boy, my hoodlum, my YN, my G. He's great. He's great. He has great striking. He's fun to watch. Fan favorite already. He's the CP chain. He's repping CP. I don't rep that. I'll never rep that in my life, but he's repping CP. And he likes what he likes. He likes what he likes. Performance of the year. By the way, I did all this like a month ago or something like that. I don't even remember. I don't know what's next. I honestly don't know. O'Malley versus Cheeto Vera. Pretty obvious. Even though O'Malley's not a champion anymore, got dominated by Marab just like Umar, which I called perfectly. I'm very egotistical about that shit. But yeah, O'Malley against Cheeto, pretty obvious. Destroyed him for 5 rounds. The one time he got hurt in that fight was when Cheeto hit him in the gut. But that's because Sean O'Malley was like, hey, I'm going to give you pity points for your daughter. I didn't need to add that part. He said, I'm going to give you pity points. I'm going to let you get a hit on me. I can't be beating you I can't be beating you like this in front of your family. I can't embarrass you in front of your family like that. Get one good hit in so they could at least talk about something. And bro, he just completely annihilated him in front of his family. It wasn't fun to watch. As a Cheeto fan, I didn't choose Cheeto because I'm not a retard. But as a Cheeto fan, it was very sad to watch. His family was there cheering for him. And I started to get a little bit of hope. And Sean O'Malley just picked me up, spanked me. He little broed me. Sean O'Malley little broed me. He little broed Cheeto Vera. I mean, he might as well have bent his wife over right in front of him. I hope Cheeto does not see this. I really hope Cheeto doesn't see this. But yeah, it's pretty obvious. Performance of the year goes to Sean O'Malley. Yes, he's gay. Yes, he's a cuck. Yes, he's the first Ian Gary. But he can fight. He can fucking fight. Hate him or love him, he can fight. Ben knew that. All the cuck shit aside, he's a great fighter. And it's pretty obvious performance of the year. Robbery of the year. Oh, shit. I forgot to put this in. Very clear choice. Volkov versus Gon. This fight happened 4 months ago. I don't remember who won the rounds. All I know is Volkov very clearly won 2. He couldn't have a 10-8 in the third, but he literally laid on Gon for about 4 minutes in the third because Gon is a retard and decided to pull a guillotine, even though he couldn't get it for 4 minutes. Heavyweight sucks. Heavyweight sucks. You're either a really good striker who can't wrestle, or you're a really good wrestler who can't strike. Or you're Tom Aspinall. Or you're Big Daddy Tom. It is what it is. You're one of those, right? Volkov won this. He should have been fighting Tom Aspinall already. He should have been scheduled. Even Dana White was like, hey, we'll work something out. We'll give you something. I don't know if he's going to give him a title shot. I don't know if he's going to give him like $100,000, even though he's a millionaire. It's like, what, like, bro, it was a horrible robbery. And I'm mad because I picked Volkov. I said Volkov would win 2 out of 3 rounds and that he would out-wrestle Gon. I was right. I called it perfectly. You can go back in my video and check. I called it perfectly. And the judges said, nah, we need that French star because French are a bunch of weaklings and pussies. We need that French star, even though you have Imaivov, who's boring as fuck. They got their French star. They got their French star, but just at the cost of Big Daddy Volkov, who's, the Russian Chad, who won the fight very clearly, and they stole my pick. But it is what it is. Robber of the year, guaranteed. Volkov deserved to win, and I hope he gets a title shot. I hope he gets at least something for winning the fight, and I'm very sure he got his win money at least. Fighter of the year, the main award, the only one that matters. Fighter of the year, between Alex Pereira, between Islam Makhachev, between Ilia Topuria. It's Ilia Topuria. I was going to go with Alex Pereira because I'm like, okay, look, good wins. You headlined UFC 300. You beat Yuri Prohashka. You beat Jamahal Hill, my hoodlum, my G. My other G, Khalil Rountree, not a G. He doesn't have aura. Khalil Rountree. I mean, you ducked Ankalaev the whole year. Who else? Okay, yeah, I think that's it. But let me break down the reason. It's not Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira fought Jamal Hill, who's coming off a year and a half injury, right? Coming off a year and a half injury, ACL tear. Yuri Prochazka, short notice, 14 weeks. Granted, it's short notice for Alex Pereira, but let me put you in this perspective, right? You're going to recess. You're going to recess, and a Down syndrome kid spits on your shoe. Down syndrome kid spits on your shoe. He's disabled, and he's like, "I want to fight you." He doesn't even say I want to fight. He makes some weird noises, does this with his hands, and he says some weird shit, and you're like, okay, he wants to fight me. Are you going to fight the Down syndrome kid, even though you all have the same amount of prep time? You're not. You're not. Unless you really stand on business, you're not doing that. Alex Pereira fought a retard. Alex Pereira fought an autistic kid, a child with autism is who Alex Pereira fought on 14 weeks' notice. And then he turned around against number 8, Khalil Roundtree, who had a good performance, had a really good performance, but Pereira didn't take him seriously the first and second. He came in with a broken toe. Yeah. And, it's just Khalil Rountree's number 8. You know what I'm saying? So, while it is impressive, there's always something to his wins. Ilia Topuria goes in there, beats Max Holloway, and knocks out Volk. He knocks out Volk. Granted, Volk came 3-4 months after a knockout loss. It's still Volk. We can't say the same for Alex Pereira. Oh, it's still Jamal Hill. Like, it's not the same. It's not the same. He beats Max Holloway after Max Holloway's the BMF. Knocked out Gaethje in front of his family and kids and wife. Oh, he doesn't have either, actually. He doesn't have a family. Shit. He knocks out Justin Gaethje. He knocks out Justin Gaethje, wins the BMF belt, up a weight class. He comes down. He fights Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria says, "I'm going to knock you out." And Ilia Topuria knocks him out. He knocks out Volk in the second. He knocks out Max Holloway in the third, I believe, which I chose. I called again. I'm the best picker. 50% of the time, I'm the best picker. It's Ilia Topuria. It's just the level of competition he's beat. He's beat 2 guys on the pound for pound, while Pereira beat 1, if that. I don't even think Yuri Prochazka was on the pound for pound at the time, so 0. While Ilia Topuria just beat the greatest featherweight of all time and the third or second greatest featherweight of all time. He just conquered featherweight, and now it looks like no one's gonna beat him. It's him. It's just Ilia Topuria. Close. It's close. You could pick Alex Pereira and be like, okay, well, Alex Pereira has 3 wins, 3 knockouts, and he hasn't even looked like he's in trouble outside of the Khalil Roundtree fight, right? I'm gonna tell you what though. He don't have aura. He don't have the aura that Ilia Topuria, fucking hell, Ilia Topuria has. And yeah, I'm kind of glazing Ilia Topuria, but he deserves it. Ilia Topuria stands on business. He's my whole motto, right? He just stands on business, and he supports Marab. I support Marab. Me and him, we're linked. We're linked. It's we. It's us. We knocked out Max Holloway. I don't know how to use us in this sentence, but we knocked out Max Holloway. We said we would. We knocked him out. We chose us. We believed in ourselves. We're interlocked. Me and him, we're curling toes. We're locking toes. I'm going in between his. He's going in between my toes. And please give me your billions of dollars. You're rich. Or your fiance's rich. You got money from this. Give me something, bro. Please, I'm poor. Anyway, moving on. Biggest injustice. My face is in the fucking way. Biggest injustice. Y'all see that? Pretty clearly, it's Tom Aspinall. It's Big Tom Aspinall. And what I mean by biggest injustice is how you were done wrong if you're mistreated in the UFC, and Tom Aspinall has been done wronged. John Jones has not given him a title shot. He has been interim champion since November of 2023. I remember this. I'm a glazer. I'm a dick sucker. He's been interim champion since November 2023 when he stepped in on short notice for John Jones. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he hasn't gotten a title shot? John Jones, and there's still debate to this day, till January 23rd. We have no idea if he's getting a title shot or not. We have no idea if John Jones says, "Oh, I want to fight him," because John Jones wants $40 million. You picked the wrong sport, bud. You want $40 million? Be like your brother. Be like Chandler Jones. Go to the NFL. You'll get your $40 million in a year. Tom Aspinall. He deserves it. He's already defended against Curtis Blades, even though dick suckers were like, if he gets taken down once by Curtis Blades, it's over. Imagine what John Jones would do to him. Imagine what John Jones would take him down, start dry humping his face. That's what they were saying about him. That's how they were glazing John Jones. That's how they were riding his shit. I don't understand the hype. I think John Jones looks fucking horrible against Stipe, against Gone. He was slow. He looked fucking horrible. But anyway, this is about Aspinall. Big Daddy Aspinall. It's just the biggest injustice. You're interim champion for a year now. You defend your interim belt, and you still don't even have a title shot. You still don't know if you'll ever get a title shot. And if you do get a title shot, congratulations, your first defense is against Alex Pereira. You know what I'm saying? It's like biggest injustice. But final award. This is the award that matters the most. And honestly, I just threw this in there. I don't know why. I just threw this in there because I thought it was funny, I think. Yeah, most aura. Gene Silva. Gene Silva, he runs through Charles Jourdain. I'm pretty sure a week or two later, up a weight class, he beats Drew Dober at lightweight on a boring card, on the stupid Rose Namajunas card versus... I don't even know. It was boring. It sucked. It's a woman's fight. It's a woman's main event. That's all you got to know. Gene Silva, most aura. Great. I hope his career ends up good. I hope he's not one of the guys who just have a great, I hope he's not Justin Gaethje. Even though it'd be an honor for anyone to be Justin Gaethje, it's like, I don't know. Like, it's not great. It's not great. I hope he gets a belt. And I hope to see him versus Ilia Topuria one day. If I don't, I'll be very sad, but it's like, it is what it is. I think Ilia Topuria beats everybody. I'm a dick sucker. I'm a dick rider. I'm straight. I'm a straight male. Let me add that part, even though it's kind of hard to believe. I'm a straight male. Just not when it comes to Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria, if he walks up to me, pulls that shit down, I'm on my knees instantly. It is what it is. It really just is what it is. You got to understand. If you're a man, if you're a straight man, everybody has their guy. It's just some of them got 5, and some of them are actually gay. But Gene Silva, most aura, pretty clearly. That's the video. Like I said, if you are a part of any of these, talk to me. I'll cash up you $5, and then I'll ask you for 100, like next week or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And remember my announcements. This is my first video on the hub. I have like 4 videos coming out. That's what I've been working on the whole time. I'm probably gonna shoot 4 videos today, actually. But first video on the hub. And please be my teammate in Apex. I need someone, man. I can't keep playing with these Down syndrome kids. It fucking hurts. It's painful. I got a 1.7 KD. I'm averaging like 800 damage a game. Just please, just save me from this shit. I can't handle autism. I can't handle retards. I can't handle this shit. I've been doing this so long that I don't even want to do it no more. But yeah, 4 videos coming out. If you like, subscribe. If you do like my content, I really appreciate that shit. And if you found me on Pornhub, get off Pornhub. Go to my YouTube. Show some support. That's about it. Stop being your meat. Even though I'm probably going to do it later.